We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Hold on a sec. Ready.
To throw is Nix.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw to Ingram.
He's got room past the 30. Big strides, look at him go.
And finally marked down at the 23. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, third down, all you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Nix going to give to Harvey.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Hold on, son. Ready.
Harvey is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose
gains a couple of yards, back to the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Oh, I said.
Now he'll try to run with this. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Ready? 180. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
At their own 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. To the air, May. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
If maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They're going to throw. May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll throw with May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. But you look at this Bronco defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. There's the stiff arm. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Stevenson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Working out of the gun is Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now it's Nix. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Here's Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to move back in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Evades him at the 20. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To the right side, this is Stevenson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least 1 more series of downs in order to get some rest.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May. Open man, Kyle Williams. He's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's May. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, it's May. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run here with Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw, it's May. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. Henderson. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead with Harvey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On first down, right back to ETN. And a good-looking run there. So take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Nix to the air.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll run with ETN.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw. Nix. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Bo Nix
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. May looking to run.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to look to throw.
A loose complete to Pope. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back to throw again. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Henderson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward, as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the 5-yard line.
Again, it's Henderson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Trevion Henderson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that should change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
To throw is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. And they do finally get him at the 12. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Screenplay, here's ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To throw, here's Nix. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So a response there to the touchdown on the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Patriot first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, made. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To the air. May. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Patriots.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Looking to throw. May. That one caught by Polk. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
They'll throw with May. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, throw.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 2nd and 9. On the handoff, Henderson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's May. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Broncos 20.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw. Nix. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. Well, this series could very well determine our outcome. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Looking to throw. Nix. That's complete TTN out of the backfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Nix looking to throw again. Touchdown, Broncos! From 8 yards out. And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Broncos 27, Patriots 24.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May. Short pass caught by Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw forward with May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's May. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's back to throw. That is caught. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, what's that?
Here's Stevenson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Again, Stevenson.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that?
They'll run with Stevenson.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
The extra point now for Borregales.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Patriots 31, Broncos 27.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36.
He'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Go. Ready.
Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Captain.
Throwing Nix. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was the big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Oh, I said. Ready. Away.
Nix from the shotgun. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
3rd down and
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Oh, I said. Ready. Joe.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
it's a gain of 22 yards.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for New England, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3.
And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it was a good first month, but they'll